Am I the a-hole for not inviting my father's new girlfriend on a trip with my friends? My father, 55 male, started seeing Kelly, 25 female, recently. Kelly and I attended high school together but never socialized. My parents divorced a year ago and I found out on social media. My father has been trying to get my brother, 23 male, and I, 25 female, to invite Kelly to our activities. He will ask what we are doing and then asks if Kelly can be invited. Example, we were celebrating my friend's birthday dinner and my father dropped Kelly off at my apartment and insisted I take her with me. The dinner was very awkward, but my friends did their best and were very nice to Kelly. Kelly spent the entire dinner complaining about having to be there and kept asking if we could leave. My friends booked a nice weekend for a getaway and we had everything planned. We booked a room big enough for 4 people. My father reaches out to me and asked what I was doing that weekend. I told him I was going to visit a friend. My friends posted a picture on social media and my father texted me asking why I didn't invite Kelly on the trip. I texted back saying, maybe because nobody wanted her to come. Oh, I tried to reach out to my father to apologize, but he didn't answer any of my texts or calls. Kelly has texted me saying I hurt her feelings and my father's. Am I the a-hole for not inviting my father's new girlfriend on a trip with my friends? Okay, so in this situation, let's do our yes and no. Okay, we've got 7 of Pentacles reversed, so that is a no. And we've got 6 of Swords, and then we've got the High Priestess reversed. So there's some like boundaries, of course, being crossed here. 6 of Swords is definitely, we have some hurt energy here, but it's not just the hurt energy from the obvious situation. Like the original poster, she wants to make sure that her father, and I mean, she didn't want to hurt anybody, but she also doesn't want to be forced into things either. So she needs to set some boundaries. 6 of Swords talks about like, there's just some things that aren't really logical going on here. Like, just because somebody is dating your dad doesn't mean that all of a sudden they're your new best friend. And just because somebody is your age doesn't mean that you get to accept play dates with them, that you have to be kind of bullied into that. You know, there's no mention about mom or whomever dad divorced here, but, you know, she's not, the original poster is not hanging out with her mom. Her mom isn't going on these outings. It's not like family things. And, you know, of course we want our family to accept our partner, but there's a lot of things being forced here that's just not natural. And it's interesting that the dad doesn't see it, that there's some blind spots here. So I'm just gonna put these guys away because we've got 3 people to talk about. We've got, I'm gonna pull a card for the original poster. Oops. Yeah, 10 of Swords reversed. There's some hurt feelings. There's hurt feelings about like the divorce being on social media. There's hurt feelings about what she's being forced to do right now. She actually stood up for herself, which I think is great. This is for her father, and I think that things can turn around pretty quickly. You know, maybe she could have handled things better, but he asked a question and she was very blunt about it. Let's see, what about Kelly? Kelly is 9 of Pentacles. Kelly is perfectly fine. This almost seems like it's being pushed by the dad, which I'm kind of surprised because you would think that him pushing it so hard, it would be more of the girlfriend, that the girlfriend would want it. But 9 of Pentacles is very like independent card. Like Kelly's got her own thing going on. You know, they weren't really good friends in high school. So for that to like, just because, and maybe her dad doesn't know that, but also maybe her dad doesn't understand how to have a relationship with a 25-year-old, and the only 25-year-old he knows is his own daughter. So, you know, like, get this woman out of my hair. She wants to go do things. She wants to go, you know, do stuff. Wands is also very, you know, full of sexual energy. So that seems to be what the father sees in the relationship with the younger woman. And again, like, of course we can infer that, but this is just, you know, the cards are confirming it. So really, the person who's being wronged here is the original poster, and she needs to stand firm in her boundaries. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Like, she's been through a lot. She's been through a lot. She's been wounded a lot, and maybe she is protective of her space and of her friends. And it sounds like when her dad like announced, or she found out about her parents' divorce on social media, she didn't even know that was happening. Like, I don't know if this is her dad's attempt to try to connect with her by using some sort of bait. Well, let's pull a card on that. Is that her dad trying to connect? Ace of Wands. Yeah, I mean, Ace of Wands would insinuate starting something new. Everything with her father, though, is coming up like, he's just, you know, trying new things. So it doesn't mean that just because your dad doesn't know where he's at and he's trying new things, it doesn't mean that you have to be his guinea pig. So no, definitely not the a-hole in this situation. And I would say that, you know, what you said, I don't think that Kelly is necessarily upset about not being invited to things, especially when she didn't really want to go to the original birthday party to begin with. But saying that you don't want her around isn't very nice either. So, and it is interesting too that when your dad asks the question and he's the one giving you the cold shoulder and he won't answer your text, that it is the 25-year-old girlfriend stepping up, and she seems to be the more mature one in this situation. And I don't think it's necessarily an issue with her. I think it's an issue between you and your dad. And I don't know if, again, it seems like it's something that he's trying to use to connect with you. And maybe it's not so much that you need to spend time with his girlfriend, but maybe him and his girlfriend. And, you know, you have your own issues to worry about. You don't have to worry about his. You don't have to take on his issues. You can set boundaries. You can tell him no. Like, this is his relationship. And I think that just, you know, being open to her going to the first event with you, I mean, you've gone above and beyond. And it's one thing to, you know, maybe you do set up maybe a lunch or a dinner or something with your dad and her. But if it's building a relationship with your dad, it doesn't have to be just you and her one-on-one. And again, she's the Nine of Pentacles. It seems like she's, you know, self-sufficient here. He just doesn't know what to do with her. And it seems like he knows what he wants to do with her. But when he's not doing that with her, it's not your responsibility. He has to have an actual relationship with people. You don't have to. So that's what I have for this situation. You guys tell me what you think.